no longer maintaining their perfect formation. Clearly, this sudden geothermal frenzy had completely disrupted their rhythm. I had won, and in a way they could never have imagined, I had won the first round. In the control room, the red warning lights flickered from overload, illuminating my smiling face. Watching the enemy troops retreat in panic on the screen, I had only one thought in my mind: they want to collect my samples. Maybe in the next life, my anger faded and the overload alarms ceased, leaving only the faint sizzle of scorched circuits. The air was thick with ozone and hot metal. Leaning against the console, I gasped for breath, drenched in sweat. On the main screen, most feeds were black static. The heatwave had destroyed the external probes. A few surviving lenses still transmitted images. The once snowy island now looked as if it had endured a cataclysm. The ground was scorched black, with steam rising from melted snow. Those ARC soldiers were now charred remains. Their landing craft and turrets had turned into smoldering scrap by the shore. We won a precious moment to breathe in a brutal way, but the cost was immense. Luget's weak voice came through the intercom. Su-1, we did it, but the external energy circulation system has collapsed. 70% of the geothermal cores are cooling and need 72 hours to restart. For now, we can only rely on backup diesel generators for life support. Trading 72 hours of paralysis for the enemy's retreat was a deal worth making. I told him to have a team fix any salvageable equipment, especially the radar, to track the ARC fleet. I pointed to the remaining screens, showing the massive fleet retreating. Survival euphoria outweighed my fear of the future. I donned my protective suit and left the fortress alone. I had to see the surface damage myself. I needed to assess the possibility of repairing our fortifications. A wave of scorching air, thick with moisture, and the smell of burning, rushed toward me. The entire world was shrouded in dense white steam, with visibility less than 5 meters. The ground beneath my feet was scorching hot, so hot that I could hear the soles of my shoes sizzling as I walked. I trudged along, checking the destroyed defense points and mentally calculating repair plans. Just then, a cold drop of liquid fell on me without warning. I froze, instinctively looking up. Through the gradually thinning steam, I gazed at the grey sky. Another drop landed on my shoulder. Then came the third drop, the fourth, and soon more and more, falling ever more densely. The icy liquid pierced through the scorching steam, striking my protective suit. With a rapid pattering sound, I slowly extended my gloved hand and opened my palm. Several cold drops landed on it, quickly pooling into a small puddle. This was neither snow nor melting hail. This was rain. The first rain I had seen in the world since the arrival of the century's cold wave that swept across the globe. The cold rainwater quickly extinguished the lingering heat on the ground, washing away the char and filth left by the war. The entire world was washed spotlessly clean, as I let the cold rain beat against my face and flow into my mouth, carrying a faint, salty taste and a long-lost flavor of life itself. This rain signaled that the atmospheric circulation was changing, that the frozen global climate was finally showing signs of revival. It was like a signal, like Mother Earth's first faint yet resolute heartbeat after enduring a long period of suffering. I didn't know how long this revival would last, nor whether it would ultimately overcome the winter, but at this moment, standing in the first rain of the apocalypse, the part of me that had been filled with vengeance and killing, the hardened warrior, seemed to quietly melt away at the edges. A faint but incredibly real hope, like a tender shoot after the rain, stubbornly broke through the ruins of my soul.